Howdy. Welcome back. This is Rick with TableTop NerdCast, Piercing the Crystal Veil.
Okay, so in the show, what's going to happen is he'll be kind of back to the back wall of the display area, and he'll be sitting there, and what I'll do is I'll crack the whip once, just not on him, but like up in the air, and you know, I'll glance back over at the group and have him just let out like a bearish roar to kind of get this attention going, and that's when the fireworks and all the other stuff will go off. And then at that point, I'll crack the whip again, and he'll kind of come back down on all fours, and then I'll turn around to the crowd and kind of have one hand pointed back towards him like this, and kind of announce to the crowd,
Okay.
come enjoy our show. Come see this wild beast be...
I get it. So let's play it out. Okay, so let's go. All right. So, you've already transformed into a bear.
Yeah, Fury fired and then transformed as he comes out on the stage.
Okay.
All right. So the whip gets cracked, and that's your cue.
And you shoot...
Firebolt.
Okay, into the sky.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll put one arm up,
Several of them.
and I'll crack the whip again for him to let out this big, giant, bearish roar.
And I do it.
Okay?
Okay. All right.
And as he does that, I turn to the crowd. Come one, come all, come see our show. I have for you a wild creature from the forest who is ravenous, and we will attempt to tame him today. If not, you'll see a halfling get eaten.
Why is everybody looking at me?
What? And you hear a murmur going through, murmur going through the deal, and you see some people come outside from inside.
Stay back, wild beast.
All right, roll me a performance check.
Guidance. Or
Should we roll
Everybody?
are we rolling a group performance?
So
So that if half of us succeed, then
that's
we
a
win?
good idea. Yeah, if then you would. Yeah.
20.
Woo! 18.
21.
21.
12.
12. That's okay.
It's okay, you're just shooting fire into the air.
Yeah, it's...
If they go a little off kilter, it's fine.
Okay.
Sit off.
And you catch the roof on fire.
Yeah.
All right, y'all earn 50 gold, but it's going to cost 60 gold to fix the roof now.
Come on.
So, all right. So, and how are you collecting? This gold.
The Tabaxi's sitting right in front of her saucer of milk that's empty now, and she's...
Oh, so you're going to have... You're going to walk around with your little saucer.
The empty saucer, yeah, like an offering plate.
Okay. All right. So...
Silver to pet me.
all right, so give me some more description of exactly what you're doing with this bear.
All right, so more description that's happening with the bear. Every time I crack the whip, I will give him a different command, and what we want to do is crescendo up to him being a dancing bear.
Okay.
So one time we're going to make him lay down, one time we're going to make him roll over, one time we're going to make him,
Go up on one foot.
yeah. And one time we're going to make him stand up and growl, and then...
Fight the bear! Fight the bear! Fight the bear!
At that point, I'll pat down and look at him.
So I'll crack the whip and turn
bear.
around and go, for anybody who wants to see me fight the bear, it's another 5 gold!
We don't care! That's a lot of gold.
How many of them are going to pay?
I don't know. You're getting coppers and silvers and things like that. It'll add up, but 5 gold is
That's a lot of money.
That's
Well, it's
lot
a
of
halfling
money.
fighting a bear.
That's true.
He's got a
Fucking
point.
fun.
You got to pay to see, man.
Right?
Yeah.
You just better
Because I
hope
told
that
them
they
I'm
don't
either getting eaten or...
You better hope they don't see him
Fight that
change
and
back
just to
into
get their height and
Oh yeah, as they're shouting, "We don't care," I'll like push you, not like hurt you, but make it look very forceful
scary.
and scary, and I'll roar.
Yeah!
And as he's doing that and pushing me back, I'll grab his paw and just twist him like, fall down.
I'll do an acrobatics roll to flip him.
Okay, go.
That'll be a... Oh, what is a bear's acrobatics? I'll just use mine.
Yeah, just
15.
use your 15? Okay. All right, so you make it look realistic, you know. Wow, that's a strong halfling.
Yeah, and I do. I like literally flip onto my back.
And just to add a little bit of fun to it, burning hands.
Into the air.
Sheet of fire goes
Stop,
up.
You already
Oh
cost
my.
$60 on the ring.
At that point, I'm going to take the whip and throw it down on the ground and run up and jump over on the bear's back and grab him.
I'm on
Headlock.
my back right now.
And then you're jumping on his belly.
Or waiting
Whatever.
till he gets off his back.
Or maybe a
and-
little bit lower.
Pretty much. It's
Okay.
just, and what I'm doing is jumping on his back to kind of grab and wrap around behind him on his neck. And almost like trying to put him in an ear hold and hold back on his ears.
But you can't even quite get your arms around my arms.
Ah. Woohoo! You hear him clapping and shouting, and so you earn 80 silver pieces.
Sweet.
Another 80 silver, nice.
Okay.
All right.
Which is about 8 gold, but still, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And at that point, I'll do a backflip off of the bear onto the stage, back to grab my whip and tell him, "Now dance!"
So I'll charge at him like I'm going to attack him. When he does that, I come up and
Start dancing.
weaving.
Do the Macarena. So do you start a conga line? So roll me a performance.
Yes, I start conga line through the crowd. That's going to be a 15 again.
A 15. Okay. You start congaing through the crowd, and believe it or not, people start congaing with you. And you get a dwarf. This dwarf jumps up, child, and their parents go, "No, no, no!" And you're like, yeah, and runs up and grabs a hold of your backside, 2 big tufts of fur, and is dancing along with you. And pretty soon, some other people get up, and pretty soon you have 3 people that are congaing around with you, and everybody's
I'll
clapping
join
and
on.
having a
Jack.
good time.
I crack the whip one more time and say, "Get back up here!"
Oh, we were having fun.
I wave at him.
And you can see Bedelia is kind of looking at y'all through the window, and she's smiling, and she's enjoying the show,
Good.
So,
And as the show comes to a close, we'll look at everybody and say, "And don't forget to buy food from Bedelia's!"
it is the best. All right, so
And thus ends the adventuring career and starts a new career.
pays better.
Right?
A lot safer,
It's
too.
a lot safer. So now that you finished that,
Yeah,
so
I'll
you
turn back into myself and bow.
oh, so you turn into
No, in
yourself
front
right
of
in front of everybody and bow.
Oh.
I guess not. Apparently that's about
Well,
it.
you
Yeah.
just said that.
No.
Okay, so you start to turn into yourself, and she's like, okay. So
All
how
the fame
do
and none of
you
the
how
glory.
do you pull that off?
Oh, I go whatever curtain I was behind before. I'll go
Okay.
back behind.
I
it.
basically I'm mushing him off the stage back to the
All right. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay.
Wherever I was before, nobody could
Now
see me.
roll me a stealth check.
Oh gosh, I gotta get back to my.
What's the stealth of a bear?
Not great. It's gonna
In the
be
woods,
a
probably?
18.
18. No problem. Y'all pull it off, and so the bear disappears, and out comes Nevi, and everyone's talking about it. You can hear people talking
Got
about
quite
it.
a bit of gold
and-
and silver.
Yeah. So.
What a mess. What a mess.
What? Yeah. Hey, what's going on back here?
And there was a halfling. One of the younger halflings was actually at the end eating, and he comes walking up to you and says, "That is very interesting little show you put on. This is the circus you were talking about?
Something like that. Yeah.
That was, and they were all going ape crap. Is that what you say? They were all ape
Yeah.
crapping? That is very interesting. Yeah. So, You think that is not? I don't think they would let us do that. But so you basically do animal tricks, and people pay you money for that.
If they're entertained.
If they're entertained.
If they're entertained. We do shows for ourselves and entertain ourselves, but we don't ever charge money for it. We just figure it is something that we do, we enjoy doing.
Well, it's kind of the same thing. We don't really charge money, but if people feel like they have a giving hand toward the thing that's entertaining them, then it's called a tip.
A tip.
Yes.
Usually the tip we use is the tip of our swords. Or our crossbow tip. So that is what it's a tip. Why do they call it tip?
Because it's just the tip of the pockets. It doesn't dig too deep into people's lives.
Oh, I see. That is interesting. That is interesting. Colloquialism or whatever it is.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Whatever
that
that
is-
word is, I'm not familiar.
Yeah.
Kelly,
Yeah, something I do not know. You're
Turn a phrase.
Turn of a phrase. Okay. A tip. Ape crap tip. I do not from you. Yeah. So, okay. I talked to Bola, and yeah, maybe we do something like that. We do that, but like I said, we don't usually get tip, but they give it themselves. They just know to give these. You don't ask for it? You mean? Because
Well,
I
we-
noticed you were
we
walking
hold
around
it.
with...
It,
We
yeah.
give the
I see.
option
Okay.
for if you feel entertained.
It doesn't hurt when
may.
you have a female tabaxi running around asking for it.
Oh, that is true. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, very, very cute little cat thing. People like cats. you know?
Tabaxi.
Yeah, we prefer dogs ourselves, but so we don't have too many cats. Oh. Well, yeah. That is going to be interesting meeting. Yes, no doubt. So, you going to do this many more times before you leave?
Probably not. We're going to use this money to go buy ourselves some nice warm coats.
Yet a suggestion that is place called Past Present.
Past present.
Past Present.
Excellent.
They have good gear, good mountain gear. They do not stiff you. They sell you real stuff. You know. So yeah, I go talk to them.
Do they have things in my size?
They have things, and yes, we get gear there. They have halfling gear.
Oh, good.
You know. We prefer our own gear, but we no doubt they have halfling gear. So yeah, that is what I would do.
All I can think of is we just drove into a race of warriors and turned them into circusmen.
We did. Proud moment.
Ruin? Hold on.
We just made this world
We all want
far
to
more
go join
Yeah,
the
we just made
circus.
this world way more fun.
So.
There will be no boring conversations on this trip. When we camp, it will be a show.
Right?
So when we camp in the mountains, are you going to do your show for us?
Assuming that I haven't had to transform into a bear to fight off bandits or beasts, sure.
You know, I mean, they know it's fake. These people they don't know it was fake. That is, so it is sort of a little deceitful, no? Because
They know it's a trained show. They don't necessarily know that I am, per se, the bear, but they do know that the bear is trained, obviously. Otherwise, the bear would be tearing people up in town.
Oh, well, they're not all bears, but like you say, trained bears.
Yeah.
Yes, there are friendly bears. We have
Like Yogi.
A Yogi. We have Yogi too. You have Yogis.
We got Yogi, we got Smokey.
We don't have Smokey. We have Yogi. Man, you better not have any picnic baskets.
He
laying
tells me
around.
that I'm the only one that can prevent forest fires.
Does he do
And
that?
I've trusted him for years.
Really?
That's why I live in the forest. I'm protecting the
You
forest.
prevent forest fires.
That's right.
But your friend over here, he seems to make lots of forest
He does.
fires.
We keep him away from Neverwinter Woods, but so far, my track record is spotless.
I see. That is very good. Very good. So, this has been enjoyable. You are interesting characters, no? You know,
we're
you're
characters,
quite a
all right.
motley crew. I heard that is correct use,
Yes.
motley crew?
One might
Yes.
even say a player character.
Oh. One might say that, yes, no. But I'm not player character.
In fact, that's what our little troupe is called, the Players' Characters.
I see. There's players' characters.
And all the people in the audience, they're the non-players' characters.
Like me, no?
Yeah.
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 No, I believe
You're
a few of
you
them
are a
called
non-player's
viewers.
character.
I see. That is very good. That is interesting to
There's a
know
few of
that.
them, I believe, are
I
called
learned
viewers.
so much from
Some
you.
special status.
So much from you. Well, I have ape crap time. Yes.
Good.
Absolutely. Now, let us drink many ales
Yeah.
and eat lots of potatoes.
Not too much potato.
Okay, we'll drink the ale. I'll drink potato. He'll have bacon.
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 Oh.
Salted
Bacon.
pork.
Yeah, that's good.
Shouldn't we go get our gear first?
I mean, we got a whole day ahead of us, right?
I thought we had
No,
like
this is
half a
the
day.
end of the first day.
Yeah.
Or so you'll have all of tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Right,
have
then you
all of
leave.
tomorrow.
You
I
have all
thought
of
we
tomorrow.
were halfway through tomorrow. We had to be.
No.
Okay. Okay.
No, we had
fine,
kind of
but
gone first thing in the morning to
Let's
do the
party.
interview.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, y'all conga
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
We drink many
Follow-
ales.
and drink many ales. And not much really happens. But Delia comes up to you as y'all are sitting around, and she says that was a really interesting show y'all got there. You know, that's a nice trick. And here I go. That's a nice trick. I did not know what y'all were gonna do, but I mean, if you wish to do it again tomorrow night, that'd be fine by me. You know.
Well, it depends on if we got to roll a bunch of dice and do a bunch of descriptions again.
Well,
I've had one too many beers. I can show you one right now.
we could probably just do a performance check and see if you can pull the same
Sure,
thing.
why not?
You know, and because yeah, now people kind of know.
Tomorrow, everybody nat one.
You pay them, then you you really do burn the end down. You know.
Melt the gold.
Let's not push it.
Yeah, I'm thinking this was fun, but
Maybe when we come back.
yeah, maybe when we come back and we're a little bit more skilled, we got the goal we needed for what we're going to do right now, and when we come back, perhaps we'll be fully fledged circus performers. Who knows?
I don't know. The Bargazayers seemed kind of taken to you. I think that's a good thing. They're good friends to have. You know, they're definitely good friends to have, especially where you're going. So that's pretty cool. So so when are y'all leaving?
Couple days,
So 2 days now.
so we'll stay here 2 more nights, and then we're heading out.
Okay. And I know this is kind of not a good thing to say, but who what are you going to do if you don't make it?
Die?
Then we will.
Something's telling me it's not my concern at that point.
Yep.
If we don't make it, that's kind of somebody else's problem.
Right, but you
If I
know,
don't make it, I'm not worried about
I'm
my
gonna
dead wife
take-
anymore.
I'm gonna
I'm
take
also-
4 of these, and I'm gonna roll it 6 times.
well, the reason I'm asking is because we have a little charity that we do for the orphans in town, and we know they pay you, and we know that you have to sign your next of kin, and I don't know if you've chosen that, but if you wish to make, some people choose to donate to the to the Mercy Fund, and leave that to the Mercy Fund.
I pull out 2 gold. Just give it to the orphans.
Oh, that is so nice of you, sir. That is right nice of you. And I know this is a difficult thing to say and ask, but it's just something that, I'm on, because a lot of people that make this trip ain't got nothing and ain't got nobody. And if they can do something nice, it's a nice thing, isn't it?
My life is to the Cat Lord, so it's all going back to the church. So
Oh, well, that's completely understandable. They do their own good works. They do, not here in Mirabar, but I'm sure in Catland or whatever it is that you
Catmandu.
you come from. I'm sure in the litter box or whatever they call that place that they have. So, but I appreciate it. But anyway, just something for you to consider when you signing over that document that I know they make you sign. They're very legalistic, these Jarakaka.
Well, unfortunately, everything I own has to go to my the only person I trust to find my wife if I do pass away early, and that's a centaur named Alexi Moonhoof
Alexi
down in
Moonhoof.
Neverwinter Wood.
And he'll know to come here and collect.
Well, yeah, I would hope that they would send out for the next of kin if they don't live in town. That kind of makes the most sense to me.
They actually hold on to it for a year, and if no one comes and claims it, then it
Interesting. Well, he does not expect me to come back,
Stop
so
at
I'm
the
gonna
post
I'm gonna
office.
pay the owl carrier, falcon carrier messaging system to go and let him know that if he doesn't hear from me in a year, that he should come collect.
Okay. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. I just always, I'm always trying to do what I can for the.
But if he doesn't come, then yeah, you can have all my crap. That means he's probably dead too.
I see. Yeah, and it's kind of a dark thing to say and ask, but it's just something that.
Well, no, it's a very nice thing to say and
You know.
ask. You're not saying you hope we'll die.
No,
You're saying if
obviously
we
I
do
don't.
happen to keel
I've
over,
enjoyed y'all.
can the poor orphans have our things?
Didn't start out
That's
very
fine.
well, but it's not always how you start; it's how you finish, right?
Exactly.
So I
Right.
hope your journey finishes well for you. And I overheard some, and kind of heard that, you feel like you have this need to go there and everything, and you kind of shared a little bit of that. So I hope you find what it is you're looking for, because it's quite a mission just to go, and I appreciate that endeavor. So, just to speed things along a little bit, y'all enjoy a nice evening here, and you wake up the next morning. You have breakfast, and I'm assuming you all go to the past, present,
Yes.
After filling up my satchel.
with food.
With omelets.
Did you eat all
You
the
actually,
apples?
you actually can sit and eat your meal unless he's going to take off again in the middle of the.
No.
But you have
We're not
you have a whole day. You
Well,
don't
it was
really-
very convenient the first time.
Oh, okay.
It was, that's true.
So she said, "Yeah, I took your idea and I rolled up that omelet thing in this bread. We flattened out some bread, and we put some bacon in there, and we rolled it up.
Breakfast
We just don't know what to call it. But since you came up with the idea, you gave me the idea, I figured you could name it.
Call it the Bulger.
I was going to go with Hobbit Hog, but yeah.
tacos. And it's kind of bulging in places, I
The
suppose.
Bulger. Well, I'm not sure
The
that's
whole hog.
family appropriate, if you know what I mean, for people to wrap their big
Hey,
old
that's his
jaws.
name, I'll have you know.
Oh. Well, but even though people
It's
aren't
not.
gonna,
It's spelled with an O, not a U.
Bulger.
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 No. It's called Bulger, but it's spelled with TACO.
That's what I understand it used to take to hit things.
That's THACO.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's 0, I think. But, okay, I'm not sure we call it the Bulger. I'll come up with something, okay? I think maybe we'll call it a burrito.
Pig in a blanket?
Pig in a blanket. No, we have one of those.
Oh.
Yeah, they perform down at the other end.
Where's that shit?
So, all right. So the next day, you can go and. Is there any
I'm-
particular equipment you'd like to purchase?
Climbing gear for mountains, like ice climbing.
Ice climbing gear. Okay.
But nothing metal, of course.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. I'm not sure exactly how much you could get some snowshoes that are
Yeah, I was
not
going to
metal.
say snowshoes, and I want to get clothing, appropriate clothing.
Yeah, the clothing would run you 2 gold. Everybody can pretty well for 2 gold can get
All
decent
of the
warm.
clothing that they need.
Does
Yeah.
that
Oh,
include
we'll
the
have to
shoes?
split up.
Huh?
Does that
Yeah.
include snowshoes?
No, that would not include snowshoes. I'd say 5 silver.
Is there
For snowshoes.
a magical shop anywhere that would have immovable rods that I could buy?
Yeah, probably not
I
that
think
you
they're
can.
uncommon.
They are uncommon. That would take you more to just out of. I really hate the purchasing, going and buying magic, but yeah, there isn't. I gave a chance that you could find some. If you want to find potions, things that are consumables, that you can do.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for some of those.
Okay. Healing potions, that's no problem. You can go to the local, church, the local temple, and you can buy healing potions from the clerics.
And those
Are
are
they
1d4s, right?
They're whatever, yeah, the normal cost, which is 50. Yes.
Oh, well then I'll buy potions of climbing. Yeah,
I
those are common.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think so too. Yeah, if you want to potion
Actually, I already
climbing.
have one of those. But
Yeah, so,
So how much
potion-
are the healing potions?
50.
I believe they're always 50. I
50
think
gold?
common potions are 50.
Okay. And how much gold did we each end up getting from
Well,
last
you
night?
get more because you're a noble. Oh, everybody got
Yeah.
5. And
So 5
everybody
gold.
got 88 gold to divide up. So 2 gold pieces apiece is what you ended up
Okay.
earning from your show. So Cade's the only one that's down a little bit, and
I had plenty of gold before that.
so
Yeah, I'm pretty well on gold. Okay, so-
all right. So
So snowshoes and just basically any rope, any
Rope.
of those kinds of things.
anything like that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we're just going to zip through. Y'all equip yourselves, and we're just going to go to the following morning after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So y'all make your way to the outskirts of the city, between the city and the Dragon Spear Mountains. And you see, you exit the north gate, and what you see is a caravan of 8 wagons. You see a number of halflings riding around on the horses, obviously, and you see Dragonborn, some humans. The Dragonborn, all you see in the typical Malik. They've got they're wearing a kind of a splint mail, and they've got the blue tabard with the red and silver dragons. 4 of the wagons are large, and they're the Dragonborn and the humans are basically packing and stowing those things. The 2 of them are small, and 2 of them are very unusual. They look like kegs. One thing that's kind of unusual about these kegs, they're large, and they're manned by halflings, and it almost, you would think it's kind of comical, it's a big keg, but there's ballista on the front and the back, and when you look at them, when you were looking at the caravan, you didn't even really notice them. Okay, and then all of a sudden you looked and you saw them, and that struck you as funny because it was like they just popped out of nowhere. And then when you were looking farther, they seemed to disappear from your sight, but when you looked back at them, they were there. And it's like your eyes seem to just glide right over them, and as you really stare at them, you can see that there's a crystal hue to them, like the wood might be impregnated with crystal or something. You've seen, some of you may be familiar with blur spells, things like that. It's almost along those lines. And you've never really noticed anything like, that before. And as you're looking at it, you see 2 halflings break away from there's 2 halflings riding these small ponies that are smaller than the others. And they've got these cloaks, that are kind of shimmering a little bit. And the ponies, the thing that's odd about the ponies is they start moving towards you.
Are the ponies about the size of, say, a goat?
No, they're larger than a goat. Okay. But as they get closer, you can see that there's something that was very unusual about them, and you see that there's a bone. It's like a large bony crest on their foreheads that it looks like they're imbued with crystals. It sparkles a little bit, and as they get in closer, you can see there's a translucent purple crystal right in the center. And they just move, they move with a fluid grace. And again, your eyes kind of reflect their coats shimmer a little bit. And as they're getting closer, you see you can tell that the two halflings riding them look familiar. They look like the two that you encountered in the bar. And they seem to look at each other and smile, and the ponies separate a little bit, and you can see that they're pulling something between them that looks very much like a goat. And as it gets closer, you see that there's a saddle on this goat. And the cloaks that are billowing out behind them are kind of gray-green, and the horses are kind of gray-green. And everything seems to just flow together, okay? And they ride up. Hey, Bogazer, we bring you a present. Fernian cousin.
For me?
You're on mount for the journey.
So I run up to the front of the mount, in front of the goat, and I put my hands on both sides of its face. Look at it directly in the eyes and just let out a bellow.
What are you doing?
Didn't fall over.
No, this is not a... it is funny and goat, but it is not that kind of goat.
But then it's not funny.
They told us about your little skit. My cousin told me about your little skit here. This ain't circus. This ain't all about ape crap all the time. Okay? This is serious stuff, but we know we saw you did not know how to ride horse, so we knew you needed goat. And
That's closer to the ground.
That was very kind of
That
you.
is true. That is true. We had Mogar make saddle for goat, which he'd never done before. He took it as
So I'll get on and see if I fall off.
There you go.
I fall off.
What did you roll?
A 4.
A 4. Okay. You do know how to ride goat? Okay.
I rode one all the way here.
This goat, we had Bela train goat. And he puts hand out in front of the goat, and the goat stops. He says, Bela says he needs more training, but so you should be able to ride. So now goat standing still. Can you get on the goat?
I will try and get on the goat.
Okay.
9.
You get on the goat. You sit on the goat. Okay. This is mountain goat, so it should be good in the mountain. We don't really want to tie you onto...
Oh, please tie him onto the goat.
Tie him on.
you know,
Definitely,
we thought
definitely
you...
tie him onto the goat.
So, we taught you a Bogazer, which would be goat rider, okay? So, but we realized maybe you're not Bogazer, and I don't think our friend here is probably too big to ride goat.
Yeah, very much so.
You
And
know.
I also would rather be a goat than ride a goat.
They tell me you turn into bear or something like that.
If we get attacked, you'll see it.
Oh, very good. Okay. I am look forward to this.
Unless you can promise that for the next hour I'll be sitting on a cart doing nothing more than eating.
We will not run into trouble for next hour.
Excellent, bear.
Whoa, this is good. No, that is good. We don't give you gold for this. We don't go ape crap for this. It is still
Turn
no,
back to
it is-
myself.
Okay. So, that is, yeah. But I don't know what to do with your friend. What do we do with your friend? He's
gonna ride on the cart with the rest of us.
not ride our goat?
No.
I'll try.
Guidance?
Okay, once you're on the goat, okay, it's going to be just like riding a horse. Okay,
Which
Except-
also
couldn't
couldn't
do.
do.
true. But when we game, we never make people roll to get on horses. Only when they do stuff.
Stunts. Yeah.
Stunts. So you will be able to ride this goat. He's somewhat trained. Now, not completely trained. So it's up to you. And,
I'll wait for the most inopportune time to have something go wrong.
Of course.
Well, that may happen anyway. So, okay. So we see, not too sure what to tell you, but, okay. I think we give you goat. We wish you best. We have things to do.
Thank you. Good luck to you too.
Well, thank you. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. You
Yeah,
guard
we'll be
wagon.
fine.
You do what you're supposed to do. We make it through. No?
Which one's ours?
You see the little one there at the end?
Okay.
That I believe is yours.
We're the caboose wagon.
Sort of, yes. They put you, unfortunately, they don't always put you in the best spot, you know? But so you would see, basically, you'd see one of these battle wagons, if you will, one of the castle wagons, and then there's one of the longer, sturdier wagons, and then there's the little bitty wagon.
And the little bitty's us.
That's you.
Awesome.
Yes.
Excellent.
So at the
Hop
end of the
aboard.
caravan. So as you're going over, you see Salada, the Dragonborn, and he kind of waves over to you, and he says, "Hey, I'm glad you came. Sometimes people don't come back, but I knew you would." Oh, not really, but people try.
Okay.
So, your job is simple. Guard the wagon. Keep it safe. There's two of... Yes. Is it safe? So, you just keep it safe, and we won't have any problems. I'm hoping that, we don't run into any trouble. Sometimes we do, you know, but
I'm feeling good. Today's going to be a good day.
today should be a good day. Yes.
I want
You
to.
don't have to raise your hand. Just speak up.
No,
We're
this
not
is
cults.
out of character.
Oh,
I want to
okay,
go.
okay.
I want to go back and just spend like 2 gold and get like a bunch of nice blankets and pillows.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm sitting there arranging everything. Totally in character.
Also, I'm gonna buy several like spool of rope.
Okay. Spools?
Well, not spools, but like
I know what you mean.
like
Lengths
five
of
or
rope.
6 25-foot links of rope.
Fair enough. Okay. All right. We got to get things. We'll be taking off here in a minute. You're basically, it's just furs, teas, and wine. Nothing really special. You know, since we had another wagon, they kind of, you know, we always had vendors.
Can I be on the tea and wine cart?
That's the one you're on.
Excellent. No furs.
It's all on the.
Can we move the fur? Can we like exchange some furs for the tea?
You're not going to be riding on the cart anyway. Do any of y'all have any animal handling skills?
I have a little.
I mean,
Okay.
I
Well, then why don't
beat
you
the
ride the cart?
halflings.
Huh?
I beat the halflings at their horse games.
Okay, but you don't really be. Do you have a problem riding on the cart? Okay, then you'll be in charge of the wagon, and y'all basically are just gonna walk.
I
Okay.
specifically need a short rest, which is an hour on the cart.
Okay, well, you can sit on the cart for an hour. I got no
Excellent.
problem with that. You need a short. Why do you need a short rest?
Because the halflings made me turn into a bear again. They
Oh,
wanted to see
no.
my trick.
I actually heard about that at the
Can you
end.
see it?
No, I didn't.
No, you have.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
I was going to say,
yeah.
can I see it?
So yeah, that's good. That's a good trick, you know, and that's handy. That could come in handy. What else can you turn into?
Any beast of challenge rating 1 or lower
Oh, okay.
that does not have a swim or
So you
fly
can turn
speed.
into a goat.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
and I gain all the abilities of said goat.
Including the fainting.
Beast that you.
Yes, the beast that I have seen. I do have to have seen said beast.
Sheer cliff climbing.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I know.
And I have in fact seen a mountain goat.
Oh yeah, they're incredible. It's incredible. You look at those things, and
It's ridiculous.
how do they get in those spots?
We'll find out when I
And
have to make my check.
Oh man. So
Just hold the end of this rope in your mouth and climb up there.
Right?
So y'all kind of get in your wagon and you're checking things out, and
I make a nest with the furs.
well, they're all in boxes and crates.
I open one up and pull.
Oh.
There's a little nest right at the front of the wagon.
You are working here, okay?
I'm
Is he
working.
going to hang out at the back of the cart
No.
the whole time?
No, I've got other charges to keep track of here. I will check on you from time to time. So, And Pola and Bella come riding back, and they, they're on one big horse, the two of them, and the horse has.
You did like this, so I thought it was like one extra wide horse.
For you,
It had a saddle like a
This is a side by side.
like a two-person
like a caravan
car.
horse.
Like a two-person car. They've got a saddle with backs.
They're like a sidecar on the horse.
Well, quite honestly, it's not far from that. They have it's a large horse, and they have two. The saddle is constructed in such a way that it's a platform for them to stand on, and there is a crossbow
Great.
made into the back of the saddle.
Wow.
And you'll see as they come riding up, and they're not sitting, they're standing. They're just casually standing on it as the horse comes riding up, and they seem to be able to control the horse with just whistles and hand signals and movement. And they stop. Greetings. We see you ready to go. Did you get your present?
Looks like we did.
Yes. You like the present? Is it good?
Oh, of course.
Oh,
I only
man.
fell off of it twice.
You fell off the goat?
Yes.
What the heck? How you fall off your own goat? I thought you needed a goat. You goat rider.
He wasn't trained very well.
Bella's the best trainer there is. That is not good. No, I tell Bella he need to train harder. But you bogus air, no?
No.
He does, in fact, ride goats, but not professionally. It's more recreational.
So he rides goats, he tells he falls off of goats.
Yes.
So is it part of this
Professionally.
this cause ape crap? This right?
It does.
It does. So
Yeah,
you're
it
doing
does.
this for laughs then?
Yes,
So
but
you
not
wanna be
for
gold.
But not for money. But not for money. He doesn't get paid for that trick.
That's tip. I don't
Wait, I thought you
for
said I
that.
got paid for this.
You get paid for the caravan ride, but I didn't tell you that. The other guy did.
Oh,
The other gruff-voiced gentleman.
I see.
Something about gravel.
That is.
He
Good.
swallowed rocks from what he
Yeah,
told me. I did not do that.
What a poor man.
He's geezer, He's geezer. So, but you gonna be okay, goat, or do we take goat? I mean,
No, I'll be
you-
fine.
Okay. We keep eye on you, but
I'll keep working on making him faint.
he's not going to faint. I don't know why
Hey,
you
don't
want the
test
goat.
us.
Oh, I see. Okay, this is what you do professionally. You get paid for this. They say you get paid for this. Okay, you tell us the tips. That's how you get paid. You make your money. The circus thing. So, but I told everybody they wish to see this. So when we come for the night, we wish to see this.
We only play for tips. I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
See, that's a joke. Haha. Now give me a tip.
And, all right, and so you see this other halfling come riding up on this big roan, and he's standing on this big, white, beautiful white roan with bluish gray mane and tail. Hey, get in line! It is time to go. We need to get this caravan moving.
I thought we were already by our caravan.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
get there.
talking to my meshters here. Get out of here,
Your what's?
my meshters.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and you notice that this guy is older. He's covered in tattoos, piercings. Even he's got tattoos around the edges of his face and on his forehead more than any of the others that you've seen. His top knot is longer and it's kind of grayish. You also notice that he's got a crystal medallion of a horse head, and there's a purple crystal in its forehead, and it's hanging around his neck. And when he's speaking, you hear him a little different. It's like you hear him inside you, too. All right? And he's not yelling, but it's almost like his voice is amplified, okay? And he rides off, and he's still giving commands, and you can still hear him giving the commands, okay? So, okay.
Might be handy at a pinch.
Caravan, move. Let us get going. We have
Oh,
to be to camp.
Did we get our dragon pens?
Oh, totally forgot. Yes. Toulouse actually
Rather rewind now 2 days. So we
Sorry.
can go
no.
back.
Salada comes riding up. Salada. Toulouse tell me he forgot to give you your pins. So here you go. And he gives you it's a crystal and silver dragon. And he gives each of you one. They're little, about the size of a coin. And when you have it in your hand, it feels cool to the touch. But cool like there's no temperature. You know that feeling when you touch something and it won't warm up? You know, like you grab something, normally you can feel it warm up to your hand. This, it's not cold, it just doesn't feel like your temperature affects it at all. Okay? And he says, keep this on you always. Do not lose it. You will need it. Good luck to you. May the dragon's breath be at your back.
And to you too.
And so anyway, he walks off.
Because if the dragon's breath is at your front, you have to smell it.
So the
I'll
caravan,
work on that.
the caravan takes off, and it starts, winding up towards the mountains, and it's a beautiful morning. Nice cool breeze as you start going up through the foothills, and you can see Mirabar, slowly fading in the background. And at first you'll see some other horses and travelers on the road, but gradually, there's another crossroad that you're kind of heading north, and the other roads kind of going west and east. And you actually go across a bridge of a nice big wide river, and you're heading up into the mountains. And once you cross that road, you really don't see much traffic at all. It seems to be, basically all. And you can tell that this road, as you keep going, it looks like the road is much newer, okay? That it hasn't been there for, a long, long time. And it starts winding up towards the mountains. And as you get closer, the mountains start looming larger and larger. And they seem cloud covered up at the peaks, but as you're getting up a little more elevation up in the foothills, you notice that the clouds seem very active, and you can make out little flashes of light way up in the highest peaks. And you continue on up. The air is getting cooler, and you're now getting out of the foothills, and you're climbing, and it's getting steeper and steeper, and you're winding through, the mountains. The air temperature is steadily dropping, and you realize these things look like they almost go straight up, and you can see why they call them the spine of the world, because they are immense. The Waterdeep Mountains are nothing compared to these guys. They're almost like foothills compared to these guys. And you're moving up and up, and the air gets colder. Now you're seeing ice on the side of the road and snow. You feel that chill. Every once in a while, a breeze comes blowing in, and every once in a while, the air just seems to pick up out of nowhere to be like a gale force wind. And when that wind hits you, it seems to penetrate right to your very bones. You're trudging, and the snow starts covering the road. And if you're smart, you have a little hood that you can put on.
I've got a bunch of blankets.
Right? The furs from the crate. I'll pack them right back up after I'm done.
And
I'm using my lightsaber to cut open my tauntaun.
you can see, before you could occasionally you would see deer and things. Now you're not really seeing much wildlife out there. You notice some tracks in the snow. You do.
Who?
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Nevi looks off, and he sees some tracks in the snow. Okay. You can roll me a survival check to see if you recognize.
16.
They look like some type of large cat. Okay, that seem to move up to the road and run parallel to it and then run back off into the deeper snow and into the woods. There is still trees here. You're not above the tree line, and you keep going. And a little bit later, Solata comes. He comes walking back. So how y'all doing?
Great.
Everything good?
Yeah.
Old.
I
see.
saw some cat tracks back here.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, big cat.
A big cat?
Yeah, probably mountain lion. Probably nothing more than that.
Maybe a snow leopard.
Perhaps a snow leopard.
Probably, yeah. They're pretty common up here. We probably won't have much trouble with them unless you straggle off by yourself. I wouldn't recommend at this point.
I'm sure glad the GM caught me before I wandered off into the tracks.
Yeah, I wouldn't go wandering off by yourself up here. I see you can turn into a bear and handle yourself, and I've seen that y'all seem pretty proficient, but I wouldn't want to test it.
Sure.
And those are the minor things that we run into up here. So I would definitely, smarter heads prevail, okay? And I'm not always sure about you, but...
That's why Dresdenova is our leader.
Yeah, okay. Probably a smart choice. But, so if you need anything, I'll be back and checking up on you. It looks like you got good gear, too. I was glad to see that. Where did you go?
Past and present.
Past, present. Okay, yeah. Yeah, they're straight shooters. I kind of tell. So, if you have any questions at all, you having any trouble with horses?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, very
Smooth
good.
sailing.
That's what we like. That's what we like. Y'all take care
You're
of
riding. I got all these nice pillows and blankets and all. I'm all riding in style.
things. And you're sitting on the wagon too?
Oh, I'm sitting on the wagon. I
Or
thought
walking.
I had to ride a horse.
No, everybody's walking.
Oh, okay. Then I'm walking. But
Okay.
No pillows, but
Other
no
than
blankets.
our
though.
goat, other than our Bogazer.
Okay.
So a little while, while he's back there talking to you, Bella comes riding back. Says, "Hey, I think you need to come look at this."
Come look at what?
I'm not talking to you.
Well, you didn't
Solata.
say any names, so I didn't know.
Solata, you need to come check this out. And the caravan comes to a halt, and so Solata goes, walking off.
And I
Says,
put the blanket.
"What did you see?" "I think we found the other caravan, the lost caravan."
Oh, no.
Mage armor.
So he goes walking up, and he comes back a little bit and says, "Hey, we need a couple of you to come help. We need to push the wagon out we need to push the wagon out of the way. You gonna use your goat?"
Oh, I'm gonna use this.
Yeah, well, come on. So y'all go walking up, and
Before we go, I'm going to cast snare on our wagon, just kind of on that back area of it. If
Okay.
anybody did try to climb up in it, they would get caught in the trap.
And
okay.
I've cast mage armor.
Okay. So you go up and you see that the caravan looked like it was about 5 wagons. At least that's what is there. Many of them are broken. You can see that they've been ransacked. All right, everything's been gone through, but you can tell that something with incredible strength just broke the wagons. You don't see a single body. All the bodies are gone.
Is there blood?
No.
Does it look
Drag
like
You
marks?
can
massacre?
see some blood, but not the
Not
kind
like
of blood
massacre.
that
You would
See, like
expect.
any drag marks in the snow?
No,
No marks in the snow
no
whatsoever.
real marks in the snow.
Can I
Not
roll to investigate? Would that
Yes.
help?
Yeah, I was about to say
and
can I
survival.
roll?
Which one would help? I guess roll the one that's best for me.
Yeah, you can. Well, if you're looking to investigate what you think happened, if you're looking for tracks, roll survival. Like
yeah,
drag
I'll look
marks.
for tracks. Yeah.
Okay, roll
I'm,
survival.
I'm doing investigate.
I assume I stayed with the wagon.
Yes. At least I hope you did.
Let's see. That would be
So 19
18,
survival.
and it's
A 19 survival.
18 plus it's one of my skills. So
Okay. It looks like to you something large came and basically broke everything, and smashed things. And then it looks like you can see that there's empty crates. There's broken there's broken wine barrels. There's broken crates that had crystals in them. That some of them are
It wasn't a
broken.
robbery necessarily. It was.
But some of them look like they were pried open. Many of the crates are missing, and it looks like they were actually removed.
does this?
So the bodies, you can't really tell. You can't tell too many tracks. You can't tell too many tracks because there's been too much wind and light snows and things like that. So that's basically.
Does it look like it was hit by something, attacked by something, and then people came through afterwards and cleaned it out?
You think that's probably what happened?
Okay.
That's probably what happened.
I kind of relayed that information to everybody.
Okay.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So.
So two.
All right, well, we need to get this thing moving. And while y'all are, but the temperature seems to drop. And that's where we're going to end it.
All right.
Dun dun dun.
So, do we want to do another?
It's already 10 o'clock.
It's already 10 o'clock. Okay.
I'm out.
All right. Then let's keep going for just a little bit. Okay, do we want to, let's end it right there?
Yeah, I think that's probably a good
Yeah.
place
And
to
then we
end
can
it.
open up if you have something else for us. Like open
I mean,
up with
I do want to capture the scene camera-wise from what we already have.
Actually,
initially
yeah, we
set
should
up.
be showing this.
Well, I didn't want to show anything until we hit a point where we would have minis or anything
Yeah,
else.
I should have
sitting on
said
the
something
Hey,
because.
by the way, we're going to close out for now, guys. Thanks so much for joining us.
But first, look at this. This is
this is
what
what
you
we have
see.
coming up next.
Let us know if you like the way that we have this set up, because we're trying to do it a little bit different than what you would find with most mini games. So we're trying to do it more like a diorama style to give you a good visual of what we are intending to show our combat sequences or our main scenes on. So we'll go ahead and kick it over here for just a minute and take a look.
That is what you see right now. That is what the caravan looks like. Of course, it's a little longer than that, but
And again, let us know what you think about it and leave some comments down below. What we will do is on our live streams, when we are hitting major scenes within a recording session, we will cut over, and what you'll get is the GM for the GM's description as well as the scene. And then in our edited versions, you'll get some different camera tricks and techniques that are going to play out.
yeah, it's
And
very cool.
on that front,
Yeah.
keep on adventuring.
Keep on adventuring.
Yep.
Good night.